In a village carved into the side of a great mountain, lived a young woman named Alara. She was the finest engineer the village had ever known. She could calculate the strength of a beam, the curve of an arch, and the weight a bridge could hold with flawless precision. Alara believed in facts, in numbers, in things she could see and touch. The village was separated from the fertile valleys below by a deep, misty chasm. For generations, the only way across was a fragile-looking, almost invisible bridge made of a strange, silvery material that seemed to shimmer in and out of sight. It was called the Gossamer Span. The keeper of the bridge was an old man named Oren. His only duty, passed down through his family, was a simple daily ritual. Every morning at dawn, he would walk to the edge of the chasm, take out a small, smooth stone, and gently rub it along the first thread of the bridge. He would do this for exactly 1 hour, not a minute more, not a minute less. The stone made no sound, and to Alara's eyes, it did nothing at all. One day Oren grew frail and called for Alara. "Alara," he whispered, "you are the most capable among us. You must become the new keeper of the bridge." Alara was baffled. "But Oren, your duty is... It is nothing. You rub a stone on a thread. It is a superstition. I have studied the bridge. Its strength is in its material, not in this ritual. I could be building a new, stronger, real bridge, instead of wasting my time." Oren smiled weakly. "The ritual is the bridge, and the bridge is the ritual. You must do this, or the bridge will fail." Thinking the old man was delirious, but out of respect, Alara agreed. The next morning she stood at the chasm with the smooth stone. Feeling foolish, she began to rub it along the first silvery thread. The mist rose around her, her arm grew tired. She saw no change in the bridge, no increase in shine, no strengthening she could measure. Day after day she performed the ritual, her frustration growing. It was an hour of her life. Wasted. She was an engineer, not a performer of empty rites. After a month, she decided to prove the ritual was pointless. She would not do it for 1 day. The village needed to see reason. That morning she stayed in her workshop drawing plans for her new sensible bridge. At noon, a villager rushed in, panic on his face. "Alara, the bridge! It's sagging!" Alara ran to the chasm. The gossamer span, usually taut and strong, now drooped in the middle, swaying dangerously in the wind. The silvery threads looked dull and loose. For the first time, she felt a cold fear. The bridge, which had stood for centuries, was failing because of her.
Shamefaced, she ran to Oren. "I was wrong, the bridge is failing. What do I do?"
Oren pointed to the stone. "The ritual is not for the bridge, Alara. It is for you."
Confused but desperate, Alara took the stone and ran back. She began to rub the thread, pouring all her focus, her hope, and her will into the action. She worked for hours, long past the usual time, her hand cramping, her mind no longer on calculations but on a single desperate plea. "Hold. Please. Hold." As she worked, something shifted. She began to feel a faint vibration through the stone, a resonance. She wasn't just rubbing a thread, she was feeling it. She could sense the millions of tiny fibers that made up the span, feel their connection to the mountain itself. Her focused attention, her care, was somehow being transmitted through the stone, tightening the molecular bonds, aligning the fibers, reinforcing the bridge with the energy that numbers could not describe. The energy of intention. Slowly, imperceptibly at first, the bridge began to tighten. The sag lessened, the shimmer returned. By nightfall, the gossamer span was once again taut and strong. Exhausted, Alara finally understood. The ritual was a discipline. It was a daily reaffirmation of care for something precious. The bridge was not made strong by the stone, but by the unwavering commitment of the keeper. It was built not just of silvery thread, but of faith, attention, and a promise kept day after day after day. The lesson we learned. The most important things in life are often maintained not by grand, visible actions, but by small, consistent, and unseen efforts. Trust, love, faith, and skill are like the invisible bridge. They do not need constant proof or measurement to be strong, but they will absolutely collapse if they are neglected. True strength lies not only in what we build, but in the quiet, dedicated care we give to what we have been entrusted with.